Rohan had never believed in ghosts. Old stories, haunted houses, midnight shadows, all of it felt like cheap tricks to him. So when he got a job as a night guard at an abandoned colonial bungalow on the edge of the town, he laughed at the villagers' warnings. Just wind and rats, he told himself on his first night. The bungalow stood alone under a twisted banyan tree. Its windows were broken, and the iron gate creaked like it was whispering secrets. Inside, dust covered everything like a blanket of forgotten time. Rohan switched on his flashlight and began his patrol. The first few hours were quiet. Too quiet. At exactly 2:17 a.m., he heard it. Knock, knock, knock. He froze. The sound came from upstairs. Probably loose wood, he muttered, trying to calm his racing heart. He climbed the staircase slowly, each step groaning under his weight. The air grew colder with every step, as if he were walking into winter itself. At the end of the hallway stood a single closed door. The knocking came from behind it. Knock, knock, knock. His hand trembled as he reached for the rusty handle. The moment he touched it, the knocking stopped. Silence. Rohan swallowed hard and pushed the door open. Inside was an empty room. Just a cracked mirror on the wall and an old rocking chair moving gently on its own. Creak, creak. His breath turned into mist in the freezing air. Suddenly, he noticed something strange in the mirror. It didn't show his reflection. Instead, it showed a pale woman standing behind him. Her eyes were hollow. Her mouth was stretched into a terrible, broken smile. Rohan spun around. No one was there. He looked back at the mirror. Now she was closer. He stumbled backward, his flashlight slipping from his hand. It rolled across the floor, its beam spinning wildly. Shadows danced on the walls like living things. Then he heard a whisper right next to his ear. You're late. A cold hand gripped his shoulder. He screamed and ran out of the room, down the staircase, and toward the front door. But the door wouldn't open. He pulled and pulled, panic choking him. Behind him, he heard the slow sound of footsteps. Tap, tap, tap. The hallway lights flickered. The air filled with the smell of damp earth. He turned slowly. The pale woman stood at the top of the stairs, staring at him. Her feet didn't touch the ground. Her long hair floated as if underwater. The clock in the hallway began to chime. 2:17. 2:17. 2:17. Her voice echoed through the bungalow. Stay with me. The next morning, villagers found the gate wide open. A cold hand gripped his shoulder. He screamed and ran out of the room, down the staircase, and